Welcome back, guys. Let's continue where we left off on the previous part. So we're about to use this transit system and we're going to Mass District. Let's go.
Captain, Constellation will be waiting for you at the lodge.
Okay. Let's go to the lodge then.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
Well, the name itself indicates that city uses water power because New Atlantis. Okay, let's follow the waypoint. Pretty cool looking garden area in the middle of the city.
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity and always has been.
Okay, good to know. We won't get any enemies if
Here
we
are,
decide
the
to join.
lodge. The front door should unlock
in.
if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.
Okay, seems like the watch, some sort of key. Nice. Look at our entrance. Ooh.
Captain David, everyone
Expensive
will be
looking.
in the library, just inside. If
Environment,
Barrett were here, he'd
interiors.
probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Oh, please.
Okay. Oh,
Ridiculous.
whole squad's waiting for us. Hello?
We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't?
Who are you?
Sarah Morgan, Chair of Constellation. That means anything you discussed with Barrett is my business. Now, if you would please answer my question.
Why don't we start with you telling me what Constellation is?
Very well. This is a private organization dedicated to exploration. Space primarily, but also anomalies throughout the settled systems. It's inherently dangerous work, so if one of our own doesn't show up as planned, then we tend to have questions. Speaking of which, where is Barrett?
Pirates attacked. Barrett asked me to deliver the artifact to you.
I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything?
How many times has this happened? Who else has had these visions?
We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point.
It was bright light and music.
Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt.
Permanently reduces fall damage by 5%. Nice.
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know
It
the
destroyed the
artifacts
table.
react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Okay.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Godric?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting. Now, would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
You want me in Constellation? What does that mean? What's expected of me?
We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us.
How much do you know about the artifacts? What are they?
Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal, another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now.
Alright, I'm in. Tell me what happens next.
You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability?
Ooh,
You'll
nice.
need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Ooh, and level 4. Let's equip it. Is it better? I think it is. Let's equip it. And let's put a new... Oh, I have 2 skill points. I didn't even know that I have 1 more left. Okay, where's the boost packing ability? Boost pack training. Let's go. You can now utilize boost packs. And the challenge is to boost jump 10 times while in combat. Okay, I need to remember that. Security has challenge of pick 5 blocks. Okay. What else? Ballistic has a challenge for killing 8 more enemies, I mean. Okay. Where do I put the 1 more point in? Let's see. Piloting. Small people journey. You can now utilize ship thrusters. Let's do this. I think the ship combat is second to ground combat, so we need to upgrade it as much as possible. Maybe later we'll get the persuasion skill or something, but I think we need this. Let's do the piloting one. And then increase ship turning rate and maneuverability. New class of ships. Okay, I want this. And the challenge is to destroy 5 ships. Okay. Nice. Let's do a save. Okay, let's talk with
Sarah's
everyone.
the best possible person to be running Constellation at a time like this.
Ever since I
Focused,
got here,
no nonsense.
this has felt
Okay,
like
okay,
home.
okay.
and dedicated.
These people are family.
Talk with me.
I hope it feels that way for you too. That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
Okay. How long have you been working on all of this?
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. but we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this.
The vision I saw. What do you think that was?
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon.
Barrett saw something too?
He did. At the time, well, it's Barrett. We weren't sure if he was kidding around. Clearly, he wasn't.
Whatever I saw and heard, it wasn't coming from me. So there's a reasonable explanation. This wasn't random synapses firing. It means something. So there's a reasonable explanation.
There might be a reasonable explanation. I wasn't there. I didn't see what you saw. I'm just not in a position to say for sure. That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right?
Sarah said about a place for me to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right.
All right.
So you've seen the library,
Let's do it.
obviously. Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs.
Stolen any sacred
Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
Her
I'm listening.
walking destination isn't booked out. Okay. So, show us our room. How big is it? Nobody even cares about this thing. Maybe it's dangerous to stay near it. It could be radioactive or something. They're just staring at it.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself. Within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs.
Get me a beer or something.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so
Not bad.
maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Right.
I hope Barrett makes it back to us. I know he gets into trouble all the time, and everyone just sort of accepts he'll be fine, but still.
You seem to know a lot about these artifacts.
Oh, gosh. No, I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us.
Let me know how I can help you learn more.
Well, right now, nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition, I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
How would organic resources help with learning about the artifacts?
I can't be certain that they will. but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
I was wondering about other types of exploration work besides the artifacts.
Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
Okay, we got a new activity. And I got some organic resources for you.
Okay, let's take a look.
Resources? Nutrient tissue. Okay. Wait, these are craftable components. Do I want to sell? Maybe not. I'll keep them for now. Okay.
Stay safe, okay? We've always considered ourselves
Okay.
See you
We
later.
have exhausted the conversation. Let's check our room. Moby Dick book. Okay. Let's sleep for a couple hours for the boosted experience that we get. Well rested for 24 hours in game. Okay, we get a storage and some random junk in our room. Okay, let's get back to other crewmates. And crewmates, the group mates of Constellation. We'll talk with them a little bit more.
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts.
Oh, she
but
came
we
back.
need to be as objective as possible. And
Talk
be
with
aware.
me,
Lately,
Walter.
I find myself spending more and more time here. Business has appealed to me, but this is exciting. Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
I've been called worse.
Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
Okay. I hope the drinks are at least free.
Yes, well, a stocked bar is a treat I think Constellation can afford. For now. But if you clean us out, you're on your own. By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
Okay. What kind of company is Stroud Eklund?
We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days.
Do you think the vision I had means anything?
Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
You mean, have I seen something like this before?
This? Or anything else? You'll have to forgive me. I don't know you as well as the others here. If you weren't so new to the group, I might already know the answer.
I've never seen anything like this, like that in my life.
Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar, in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years.
What's your role in Constellation?
Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here.
This isn't where I'd expect to find a CEO.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the Lodge home, as much as anywhere else.
Alright.
Until next time.
And
I feel
now
like I've
it's
been
your
waiting my
turn?
whole life for this. Constellation, the artifacts. That doesn't sound crazy, does it? Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us.
What brought you to Constellation?
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation.
What do you make of the vision I saw?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits.
You think this was a religious experience?
Not necessarily, no, but it does kind of have the hallmarks of one, doesn't it? I'm certainly not going to rule it out just yet.
If it meant something, I didn't understand it.
Okay, that's all right. Maybe you weren't supposed to. Maybe it'll make sense later. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts.
These artifacts, all of them came out of caves?
Second one was on Kazal, buried the same as the one you found.
But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
Okay.
Take care of yourself.
Take note.
Let's
Everyone
check.
here is worth learning.
If Vasco has something new to say.
Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research.
Okay. Even more activities. How long have you been a part of Constellation?
I arrived along with many material goods purchased by the group's previous chair, Malcolm Livingstone. Despite several significant system replacements and upgrades, I have been online for 43 years.
Do you miss Barrett?
My primary function has been to support and protect Barrett during his travels. I am currently unable to do so. That is as capable as I can be of missing anyone. I believe Barrett would find your question amusing.
Now your job is to support and protect me.
As per Protocol Indigo, which Barrett invoked on Vectera, your identity has been successfully added to the list of humans considered essential and/or valuable. There is no cause for concern, Captain. I am and will remain at your service.
Outpost development. What do you mean?
The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment.
How do I know if a planet has the resources I need?
A planetary scan will reveal the presence of key inorganic resources, although rarer elements will be harder to find without training. And while a scan may detect the presence of life on a planet, you will have to analyze the native plants and animals yourself to know what compounds they produce.
What kind of advanced structures could I build?
The scan booster is the most obvious, as it will enable you to detect landmarks and other points of interest from further away. Beyond that, extractors will allow you to collect raw materials of various types, while fabricators enable the manufacturing. A particularly prosperous outpost may even warrant the construction of cargo links, allowing you to share resources between other outposts you have built.
Sounds useful. I'll try it next time I touch down on a planet.
The blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo.
I could use you on my crew, Vasco.
Captain David, I will proceed to my assigned post.
Manage your crew, review and change their assignments between your ships and outposts. Different crew have different skills, which enhance your ship or outpost. Okay. So I can assign Vasco to ship. Okay. Good. And he provides us with electronic fusion, shield systems, and EM weapon systems. Okay. It's good to have on the ship, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, what is it?
Talk with Sarah now.
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
How well known is Constellation?
I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways.
What do you know about these artifacts?
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
What is Constellation? What do you do?
We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
I'm ready. Let's go.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually. But a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
The UC Vanguard?
A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to.
Other people have artifacts too?
We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together.
Okay. Have to admit, I'm excited. My first mission.
Felt the same way when I started, too. There's an electricity in the air when you know you're about to uncover something. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Oh, so she's going to be my first human companion. Good to know. What do we get out of this anyway? Constellation have a salary?
You mean besides the ship, the robot, and a place to stay all rent-free? We do have some funds we can disperse from time to time. Not to mention, I think we can get you a proper suit. We're explorers. We keep a lot of equipment on hand for that purpose. So the more you work with us, the more we can share what we have.
Got it. You and me until we get that artifact.
We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood?
What do you mean? You don't care if I steal as long as I don't get caught?
I mean, Constellation has a roster of members who haven't always been on the right side of their respective society. We're risk takers. Some of us have seen the inside of a jail cell more than once. If you join us, it means you're committed to our mission. In exchange, we give you latitude in your choice of means.
Understood.
Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we?
Okay, so she joined our team too. Let's see. Ship, crew. Let's assign her to our frontier. We got one more slot for another person on our ship teams. She provides us with astrodynamics, lasers, I think her weapons laser, leadership and botany. Okay. Save.
We need to talk to John Tuala in Mast.
She has more options to talk to. How did you know there was an artifact on Vectera?
You can thank Barrett for that, if he's still around to thank when this is all said and done. Honestly, he took this seriously before any of us. It was at his urging that we started doing deep space scans. I will admit, it was something of a shock to see Barrett taking anything seriously.
Do you mind if I ask you some personal questions?
Ask whatever you'd like.
Do you have any religious beliefs?
My parents considered themselves to be enlightened, but their lives were so busy they rarely pursued their beliefs. By the time I was old enough to start questioning these things, the idea of following any organized religion was almost an afterthought. It's not that I don't want to believe in anything, it's that My scientific mind is often at odds with my spiritual center. Having been out there, in the Starfield, seeing all those magnificent wonders with my own eyes, I need answers, not religious theory. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but don't worry. While we're on this journey together, I fully intend to respect your religious beliefs.
Okay. What do you consider your areas of expertise?
You mean, apart from being the chair of Constellation for the past 5 years? Well, let's see. I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, calculating optimal trajectories for grav jumping. That's been quite useful in the past. And as far as planetary exploration, my area of expertise is botany. So, don't worry. I won't let you eat anything that might put you in the hospital.
Good to know. Is there anything you like to do for fun besides exploring?
Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation. That being said, I will make a confession, but you have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no, I don't mean the school band. I mean a rock band. We called ourselves Ironic Comet. A ridiculous name, I know. But we were just a bunch of teenagers getting together and having fun. And before you ask, no, I wasn't the lead singer. I actually played the drums. The band never really went anywhere, of course, but those were good times, and I remember them fondly.
Alright. That's all for now.
I hope you got something out of that.
Okay, let's read the gear.
I'll only carry the good stuff. Just kidding.
I think we can give her something to equip if we have. Let's see. We have a second backpack I can give her. Let's see. Can she equip it? All and equip B. Okay. Wait.
If you have,
Do we have
any
anything
gear
more
you
to
want
give?
me to haul, I'm happy to help.
My inventory. Okay. Weapons. I think she's proficient in laser weapons. When I get one, I'll give it to her. And nothing else to give. I need to put my resources into my ship cargo hold, I think. Alright,
Talk to you later.
enough of talking.
Greeting, Captain David.
I
Farewell.
think we're done. Okay, let's do a save. And I think there was something inside. These guys said that there are like, what you call it, crafting stations or something in here. Looks like I am correct. Look at this room. Medpack. A new Grendel. A coachman. Oh, new gun. Let's see. Let's equip it. If it's a... Where is it? The first one. Shotgun. 57 damage. Okay. Let's equip it. Into slot 4. New weapon. Nice. Double barrel shotgun. Another coachman. Some ammunition. Okay. Let's look through these stations. Workbenches. Weapon workbench. Okay. So in this station, let's try. So if I choose the coachman, I can modify its barrel, laser, optic, muzzle, grip, and stock, and magazine, and battery, internal, and skin. So this station works similar to Fallout 4's, I think. So let's see, if I press on the barrel, Standard barrel is installed. Short barrel installation would cost me nickel and iron, 1 each. Okay, so I need to get more resources if I want to mod my weapons later. And it seems like I don't have much at the moment. Okay. And there aren't... I don't have many of these... what you call it? Yep, required research. I need to research these first. Muzzle mods too. Okay. We'll see about these upgrades and mods later, because I think during our exploration we'll get better weapons at the start, and at the end game we'll probably be stronger with our own upgrades, but I might be wrong. We'll see about it. Okay, so this is the spacesuit upgrade, same as weapons. I can install mods if I don't have spacesuit mods research. Okay, these stations are not for new players, it seems. Industrial workbench. The industrial workbench allows you to create basic manufactured components which can be used for building structures for your outpost and crafting mods for your weapons and equipment. The raw resources used for manufactured components can be acquired from planets and moons by starting an outpost and setting up resource extractors. More advanced manufactured components can be created from fabricators at an outpost. Okay, so this is the outpost creation, adaptive frame and stuff. Okay. Not going to do any outpost creation at the moment. And this is the research lab. So with this station, I think we have a research lab in our ship, if I remember correctly. Okay, we can like research mods, it seems. Muzzle modes, and it's blocked. I need weapon engineering rank 1. Okay. Seems I can unlock the barrel mods. Okay. We'll look into these stations later. I think our weapons are too shitty to be upgrading at the moment. Pharmaceutical lab. Okay. And here you can create all kinds of drugs. Good to know. And the cooking station. I probably won't be doing much cooking in this playthrough. I'm not really interested in these things. Okay. What's this? Constellation mission board. Activity status. Locate gaseous... Wait. Available missions. So these missions give rewards. But give credits as reward, okay? So, survey Calera in Cheyenne. They're looking for an experienced explorer to survey Calera. Payment will be automatic. Okay. So, can I tick all of these missions? Planet survey progress is shown on the planet's info card on the star map, and also in the scanner when on the planet's surface. For planets without life, scanning a planet from orbit may be enough to complete the survey. The most planets require you to land and explore more thoroughly. Okay. Locate primed for life in a Procyon A. A mission to locate a planet trait is the most challenging survey mission. You will need to search an entire solar system for a planet that has target trait. Locate planets in the target system that have traits. This is indicated at the bottom of the planet's info card on the star map. Unsurveyed planets will have unknown traits. Okay, so we probably won't be doing these missions now, but if we travel to any of these planets, we might as well complete these missions by just exploring, I think. Let's take all of them. So they don't have limit. I can have all of them taken. Okay, and these are some random rooms. Digipick. Okay. Toilet. The well. Okay, this is the exit to some other location. I don't want to go there yet. Oh, what's this? Door locked. Master lock. Damn. I cannot take the suit at the moment. Okay, we'll be coming back here when we'll get the lockpicking skill upgraded. Right. Got the shotgun. Let's continue with our mission, I think. Sit. One more hard save. Okay, let's see. So our current mission is the old neighborhood. Talk to Sarah's contact. Okay, we'll do that. And we have the missions that we took from that panel in the basement and activities. See your parents at Pioneer Tower. So this is my trade mission. I'll do it later. Start an outpost. Complete a research project. Craft or modify an item. We'll do this a little bit later. Okay. Let's go to this contact that Sarah needs to talk to. After talking to that guy, I want to go to any shop that we can enter to sell some things from my inventory before traveling any further, if we need to leave the planet or something. I wonder how good is this shotgun. So I have proficiency in the combat ballistics, but I don't have the shotgun certification. We'll see how it works for us.
Best of your abilities, and to uphold the values of the Vanguard. Honor,
New mercenaries or something. UC West Lobby. Okay. Vanguard. Adventure
Sarah,
awaits you in the
good to see
Vanguard.
you. Who's your friend?
Hopefully Constellation.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship?
What's the Vanguard?
United Colonies volunteer fleet. Independent captains enlist, get to use their own ships, and the UC provides them with sustained work and credits. And put in your time, and you're guaranteed UC citizenship and everything that comes with it. Discounts on UC goods and medical services, chance to own a place in New Atlantis. Only way a foreign captain could even dream of seeing those sorts of benefits. So, you want in?
But no, I don't want to. Maybe later. We have Constellation business to discuss first.
Alright. Can't blame me for trying, right? I mean, I still haven't given up on getting Sarah to re-enlist.
It's a game we play. He asks, I say no.
Here's what I got for you two. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me.
Wait, what's wrong with the Sol system?
You kidding? Lowest posting request rate in the whole fleet. Only thing there the UC cares about is Mars. And no one wants to go to Mars. They want to get off Mars.
And who's this Moara?
Oh, he goes way back. Think he was recruit number 81 or something.
We'll talk to him. I'm sure we can make him a good offer for it.
Sol system has a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols.
Did Moara say where he found this ornament of his.
You'll have to ask him, but Vanguard volunteers have retrieval rights if they get into a scrap. Wouldn't be surprised if he found it off of a pirate or something like that.
Anything you can tell me about Cydonia?
Yeah, bring a coloring book. You get so used to seeing red, you'll forget what blues and greens look like.
A bar in a spaceport. Sounds like home.
It's definitely a lifestyle, burning helium out there, seeing where the stars take you. I'm serious about that recruitment offer, by the way. You just come talk to me when you're ready. UC is a good friend to have.
Okay, let's talk to him a little bit more.
Hey, Sarah's friend. You come to enlist at long last? Start earning your stripes with the Vanguard?
Why would I want to become a UC citizen?
Well, other than becoming a member of the greatest faction in the galaxy, you'd get access to discounted services on any UC world, credits to help you get on your feet. You'd even be able to buy property right here in New Atlantis. Citizenship unlocks it all, and signing up for the Vanguard is the fastest way to earn it.
What sort of work would I be doing if I enlisted?
Vanguard work is as needed. When we've got jobs, we'll make them available to you. But the work itself, well, it runs the gamut. Sometimes you might be hunting down hostile ships on behalf of the UC Navy, or you might be called up to help the Science Division clean up some invasive species. Hell, we've even been asked to help take on the occasional terramorph. And sometimes we just need cargo support. Not every job's glamorous. The Vanguard only gets called in for the ones where there's a chance of seeing action. Wherever the UC needs us, the Vanguard is there.
And what exactly is the Vanguard?
We're the United Colonies volunteer fleet. Any captain can join, regardless of origin. Get to fly your own ship and earn credits as you help the people in the most distant reaches of the United Colonies, all while earning your way to UC citizenship. Put in the time, and citizenship is guaranteed.
I think this is a action mission or something. We'll do it. No, not do it. We'll start it, but we won't do it for now. Okay, I'm game. Just tell me what I need to do next.
Well, all right. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest. And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Okay.
Something wrong with the exam?
Why does the UC need foreign pilots to fly for them?
Military used to have a pretty narrow view of where the best pilots came from. In their eyes, it was UC or bust. The creation of the Vanguard was an acknowledgement by the brass that maybe not all the galaxy's greatest pilots went through a UC flight school. So it's the Vanguard's job to find them and get them to fly for us.
This building is called the Mast, right? What kind of name is that?
MAST is short for Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. From here, the three co-equal divisions of the UC government work together to advance the cause of the colonies. Be that through mutual defense, political and diplomatic strength, or scientific discovery. Now, serving any of the UC's divisions grants citizenship, but scientific and admin positions in the UC tend to be real competitive. Understandable, most people would prefer to earn their citizenship behind a desk rather than in combat. Not something I'd ever choose for myself, but understandable.
I'm curious. How long have you been with Vanguard, Commander?
Me? 6, 7 years now? Was a recon squad commander in a former life, so it wasn't too big a jump bossing around foreign pilots instead. But Vanguard's been a quality assignment. Meet new people, judge them on a series of diverse criteria, get them out there helping people who need it.
I wanted to know something specific about the progress of joining the Vanguard.
Sure thing. What do you want to know?
I'm not going to get hurt during this, am I?
The exam's just a simulation. Only way you'll be hurt there is if you trip on your way inside. Now, for the probationary mission. We select those specifically to ease you into the type of work you'll be doing here. Make sure you're capable of handling things on your own. But I can't promise it'll be risk-free. The UC sends us on jobs because there could be combat. This mission would be no different. Now, if that's a deal breaker, I won't be offended if you walk away. But this is the military. The chance of conflict is kind of in the job description.
Can you tell me about the exam and this probationary mission?
For the exam, we'll be putting you through a combat flight simulation. Let us see your piloting skills, evaluate how you behave under pressure, all without any risk of you inadvertently getting blown out an airlock. For the probationary mission, though, we'll be sending you out on a job all on your own. The specifics of the mission vary by what's available at the time. But we're not about to ask you to storm a Crimson Fleet base or whatever. At least, not on Mission 1. More likely, you'll be making a drop-off to some UC citizens in an area that's outside normal naval patrols. There'll be a risk of hostile contacts, but that's far from guaranteed.
And what kind of work would I be doing for you guys?
Vanguard work is as needed. When we've got jobs, we'll make them available to you. But the work itself, well, it runs the gamut. Sometimes you might be hunting down hostile ships on behalf of the UC Navy, or you might be called up to help the Science Division clean up some invasive species. Hell, we've even been asked to help take on the occasional terramorph. And sometimes we just need cargo support. Not every job's glamorous. The Vanguard only gets called in for the ones where there's a chance of seeing action. Wherever the UC needs us, the Vanguard is there.
And where do I go to register again?
Just hop into the elevator. You want the button for Vanguard Orientation Hall. Register yourself at the terminals in the lobby, and the exam system will get you to where you need to go.
Okay, I'm all set.
I'll keep an eye out for your results.
Yep, it's a faction mission. We'll continue with our main story. So, this is a good place to pause the video. I hope you enjoyed listening to our conversations with all the crewmates of the Constellation group and with this guy. So, I'll see you in the next episode. I hope we'll be doing some combat or something. Okay, so I'll see you later. Bye.